about it during the meeting with Frank earlier, that how crazy hot it was.
Yeah, that part of Southern California is out of hand. Uh-oh, I
Yes.
see a notification.
I see. Yes, me too.
Being notified of how hot it is. Ooh, excuse me.
Boom. I think we are live on.
We are live on all Situms.
We are live and in person.
We should try going live on Instagram sometime.
That
No.
would be interesting.
Maybe.
I don't know how that would work.
That would be completely meta.
Where's my Insta Twit expert, Scooby? How do we do that?
Yes.
In the chat yet?
Go. I'm not seeing anybody in there quite.
Just a couple people in. We got two.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably one of them's Jeff because that's what he does.
How he rolls. He's on all platforms all the time. Rolling through.
I can.
We'll hold off for a second or
Hello,
five.
peoples. I'm seeing 4 people in the room.
All right. Well, then, hi, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina watch along. We're continuing our August Andor and then some, and it's September. So welcome to the and then some.
Indeed.
But of course, as Green Day said, wake me up when September ends.
Well, a week and a half before September ends, so we can catch the premiere of Andor.
Yes.
First 3 episodes, arc, whatever they call it.
Yes. Well, I'm Spencer. I am one of your hosts for the evening, and obviously did not get the memo that we were all wearing our Hawaiian shirts here. So, yeah, I'm not cool, but we all know this because, yeah. Anyway, producing tonight is Dave, rocking out with Weird Al over there. How are you, sir?
Just call me Weird Dave.
Just call you Weird Dave. Yes, we call you Weird Dave. And also we have with his nice Camarina Burana Vader hat over there, we got Hefe. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. How you feeling?
Not bad. I'm considering. My biggest pain is unrelated to what I actually had happen.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Your biggest pain is in that little block right there. Category and down. There it is.
But yeah, so I'm doing good. I'm recovering from things I had happen on Monday, and now life goes on.
Yes. But anyway, we're glad you all could join us. We're glad that you're here, Hefe. We're glad you're feeling better. We're glad you're at home. And very, very excited for tonight because we are going to have ourselves a Scarif Beach party on the Halcyon, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like the Monty Python says, and now for something completely different.
But is it because it's Scarif related?
It does, but the rest of our Andor August and then some is we've been talking about some really kind of dark, gritty things that we're expecting to see coming up, and by no stretch of the imagination is Star Wars Summer Vacation dark and/or gritty.
We did get some darkness in our last episode with all that Order 66 stuff, so that was
absolutely.
Oh, that's a piece of cake compared to everything else.
So this is our little kind of palate cleanser before we dive into the live action and move our way closer to Andor.
Yes. Hopefully some of you were able to go and see Rogue One in IMAX. I can tell you that I've seen that movie several times, and it was the most beautiful I've ever seen it before in IMAX, especially when they're putting the dish into the Xbox,
Amazing.
into the Death Star. To see the intricacy detail is just absolutely gorgeous.
Hey Troy, we are watching Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation tonight. It will be a welcome respite, I hope, for you, and some fun stuff.
Glad you could join us, Troy. I was I was thinking about you the other day. I was wondering how you were doing. So I'm glad you're here tonight. So thank you very much for joining us tonight.
I missed the Rogue One because I was getting that.
You were getting the Rogue 2. Oh,
Ooh,
the Rogue 8. Is that John
Yes.
Morton?
Dak
That
is
is-
awesome.
That is John Morton.
Very cool.
Did you see anybody else besides Mr. Morton?
No, it's a very small con. There was an artist that I wasn't as familiar with. I mean, I know of, but didn't really read like Star Wars magazine a whole lot. One of the cartoonists
Star Wars Insider?
From yes, Star Wars Insider magazine or whatever.
Right. Great
And so was there as well, but I mean, I wasn't overly familiar with his work. And then there was some cosplay guests there. 501st, one of the Garrisons, some of the Ghostbusters. So
Ghost
that kind
Club.
of thing. Small con, relatively small con floor. I think it was a gutted out like old big box store that they've turned
nice.
into like an expo center.
That's the perfect, space, as it were. It works really well as sort of a, vendor floor area, and then some.
Yeah, and they kept like the concession stand thing is they kept,
Oh, nice.
there was like a
Semi-functional.
concession area place all the way in the back, so they had kept that in there. Big doors to put the DeLorean in. There was the DeLorean right next to Dak, and so they had some other vehicles outside. I think it's going to be an RV show this weekend.
Ooh,
Nice. Very cool.
So was it worth it for you to make the trek to DC for just to see John Morton?
Completely. It was like I said, it was an amazing deal. I bought the VIP, which was so not expensive comparatively. So I got in super early. I was maybe fourth or fifth in line. Had a really nice conversation with him as the line started to grow. And I thought, hey, this is a small con. I'll get back by and I'll talk to him again later. No, the line grew and the line grew and it went around the whole con floor. He was busy all day.
Good for him. That's awesome.
That's always cool.
So, but great human being. Love talking to him. Talked to him about some of the events that some of our members had seen him at, and I think driving just that far just to see the one person has kind of lent me to. I think I'm going to do the same thing in like 2 weeks again, and I might drive to Cincinnati.
As long as you find the trip worthwhile, that's all that really matters.
For the Cincinnati Con?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people with Dickie Beard, Robert Watts, who's going to be his last United States appearance. I mean, you got him as the co-producer for Empire. He also did a co-producer for a lot of the Indiana Jones movies, and he's Julian Glover's best friend.
And what I want to go for is for that same piece right there. The helmet is Don Bees is going to be there. I've seen Dickie Beer.
Right.
I saw him at Celebration, but Don Bees is going to be at the same show. Plus, I have a lovely Batman the Animated Series piece over there that has been signed by Mr. Mark Hamill, but not by Kevin Conroy.
Ooh. You also know who one of the people who runs that con, right?
I think we might know one of the people who runs that con.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew about that. So as a connection, that's in that.
That might have been the person who private messaged me as soon as Don Bees was like announced.
Okay.
Hey.
I actually spoke to said person as well because of the 50th anniversary R2 droid that was released on Shop Disney. I made sure that she had a link right away because she's diehard about R2D2.
Yes.
But cool. Yes. But that's very cool. Very exciting.
It helps have people in the fam.
Absolutely. And as we are planning right now as well, a lot of us are going to be meeting up at Rhode Island Comic-Con this year with an incredible Star Wars lineup already and more coming as well. And just a great lineup in general. they've been announcing a lot of Walking Dead people lately, and a whole slew of anime people, which I know that your daughter is into. So
Absolutely.
so that lineup will be pretty cute. Um, they also just announced that for Pensacon, uh, uh, more members of the Clerks crew that have not been on the Comic Con scene joining their usual suspects, and a
Mm.
couple of cast members of Orville are at Dragon Con this weekend. They just were announced like today.
Whoa.
So that was kind of
I
cool.
think today was the first day of Dragon Con.
Yep. So hello to all those people who are at Dragon Con currently. Hope all is well there. Um, but yeah, so a lot of exciting stuff around here. Let people know that we are very much in the planning stages for all things Bunta. Um, we will have more and more teasers and stuff of that nature, but we have a lot of exciting things on the docket. It's exciting the fact that we're going virtual Cantina is going international, which is great. So keep tabs on what's going on in the virtual Cantina network. Anything new coming out on the network that we should know about, Dave?
Well, if you watched last week, then you saw the deep dive on Rogue One by the Unifying Force crew live from Chantilly, Virginia. They sponsored because can't let the con get in the way of the show.
That was
This week,
impressive.
thank you. This week coming up is we have the Jedi Archives, a special Cassian Andor and K2SO one-shot comic that they will be reviewing. And then Monday, Labor Day, is going to be a taped episode, not live, but it will probably be live commented by at least one of the hosts.
Yep.
Ashley will very likely live comment that, and it's going to be like the top moments in like building the rebellion will be there in Rebels Revisited.
Very cool. Well, Ashley's actually in the chat right now. So hello. Yes.
Ashley.
Yes. They look festive, and I didn't get the memo. So yes. I'll wear my Zam Wesell t-shirt. So there we go. But very, very exciting about that. And just things are busy all around. We're all busy. We're all in the middle of con season. We're 7 months and a couple of days away from you bought another pop, didn't you?
Well, you said con season is the San Diego exclusive.
Ooh.
San Diego exclusive Serpentor.
They had a whole bunch of exclusives over there at the pop.
That's
booth.
very nice.
Mine was very long.
But we are 7 months and a few days away from Star Wars Celebration London.
Ooh, that's crazy.
We had a meeting earlier tonight, and I said I'm 7 months and 1 day away from my flight to London. I'm leaving on the 2nd of April. So it's coming up fast and furious. And I'm not talking about Fast and Furious 10 or 11 or whatever number there.
Family.
Hobbs and Shaw 12.
Because it's all about family. Exactly. But yes, no one panic. But yes, But like we said, we're crazy deep into celebration prep. I know Ashley is prepping her concepts for Artist Alley.
And if you're at Dragon Con this weekend, Ashley's not there, but Ashley's art will be there. So go check some of that out. And
yeah,
absolutely.
We have editing con.
Shameless plug. We
have a competing con this weekend in Long Beach here in SoCal that has a pretty skimpy guest list, and I'm gathering it has a lot to do with Dragon Con. But if you happen to be in the LA area, Long Beach area, and you might be at that con, you possibly will see me there. Very short amount of time. I did purchase tickets quite a while back, and I don't really want them to go to waste. So, no cosplay for the most part, most likely, but I'll possibly be, running around the show floor a few times.
Will you really be running around?
I'll be jogging, sprinting.
Okay.
No, I will not. I will probably be heel bobbing around. If I'm even on this foot at all.
Get
So,
you a scooter.
yeah, I have one of those knee
The knee
scooters.
scooter.
I just got to put it together.
Is
So
it
that's a very
Vespa?
possible, scenario.
Like from Book of Boba Fett? He's got
You
the
need to put
Vespa.
like 8 dozen like side mirrors on it. And
He'll still look more realistic than Snuffleupagus. But also for those who are, not just Star Wars fans in general, and this is completely different, but this coming Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, and that's roughly 8 a.m. Pacific, on
Yep.
YouTube as well as on Paramount Plus, is the European version of the Taylor Hawkins tribute show.
Right.
For those who don't know who Taylor Hawkins is, he was the incredible drummer for the Foo Fighters. And this show will not only have Foo Fighters, but it will have incredible lineup. People from Rush, people from Queen, Stuart Copeland from the Police, a lot of great musicians, Wolfgang Van Halen, and obviously, the Foo Fighters. So if you're a big fan of the Foos or, the work of Taylor Hawkins, it's gonna be a fun watch. It's gonna be very sad because Taylor was such an incredible drummer. If you've ever saw the Foos live, he kicked some serious ass.
They became one of my favorite bands in the last couple of decades.
Yeah, me too.
I hadn't really into them in the 90s, but I kind of enjoyed their stuff. But then once, mid 2000s or sometime in there, I was invested.
Yep. So, that's something to check out, this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff. And obviously, a lot of people are also, if you're a professional wrestling fan, is the first WWE pay-per-view in 30 years in England.
Oh,
wow.
So, and this is all relatively new under the Triple H regime. So it'll be kind of fun to watch and see how that all operates. But we're really here because we're having a Star Wars summer vacation. So please make sure that you are queued up on the D+. And speaking of D+, I'm loving She-Hulk. I don't know about anybody else. It's just so much fun. Like it's schlocky, but it's so enjoyable.
And when you realize certain things, it's like it makes it that much deeper because there's little things that they do, like put her in that giant, dress suit as herself, so she can go to work and not have to change clothes. So she's like in this frumpy thing for half the show, and then it fits all good when she's She-Hulk, which is funny. I just noticed.
And also this past episode, I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, but how it ties into another movie that we've already saw that we're kind of like, what the hell was that about? That was actually that very cool.
They're bringing the universe together.
I know, it was like, whoa, this is like really, really cool. And how she also, spoiler, makes fun of the fact that there's cameos every episode.
And I love the breaking the fourth wall and the talking, which is what some people hate. But
I love that about Deadpool. See, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Well, but it's so true to the kind of tongue-in-cheek the way that the She-Hulk comics were as well. That's really
originated it, didn't she? Prior to Deadpool, actually.
Oh yeah, this was way before Liefeld.
Yeah, so he didn't even exist, and they were already doing it with her because it was, they had that ability to put that commentary in there, which was fairly necessary. I love, she has to, woman-splain things to the camera for some of us on the other side of the aisle, as it were, because we don't truly pick it up immediately. Many of us will, but not everyone will. So it's like, oh, okay, I get it now. It's, that's her perspective. That's how, females have to, ladies have to, act out in public or whatever. And I love that one scene where she gets spooked and then realizes what she can do. That was amazing.
Right.
Also, the little bit of hints, like there was one of the articles that you saw, and I think it was in episode 2, about a man with claws at a bar.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, like tiny little peppering in of things like that, but also like the fun they play with, like the YouTube videos and conspiracy stuff. Does that kind of stuff is just I think it takes it that much higher and it makes it that much more fun.
Right.
Yeah, and actually it's a fun little quick watch. She-Hulk is. There's only 3 episodes out right now. I watched 2 and 3 like just a few minutes ago before the show. I had watched 1 but not the others. It's a really quick watch. It's not in depth like Sandman is, where you have to like pay attention to everything. If you miss something, you'll pick it up the next time and you're still good. It's not as like head scratching, brain turning as like Moon Knight. Moon Knight was
that was weirdly cerebral. Sometimes a second watch isn't necessarily a bad thing if She-Hulk, because you will pick up a lot of nuanced elements that may have overlooked the first time.
Absolutely. But no, it's a fun little watch. Very excited about it. And also next week, D Plus Day, we got a lot of stuff coming out. And we have at least one Star Wars element coming out on D Plus Day, which is going to be the behind the scenes of Obi-Wan.
Very nice.
But there's been a lot of talk that this month, not only are we getting Andor, but we might be getting Bad Batch Season 2 at the same exact time.
This was the original plan, as far as I remember, and then that plan was slightly altered. Pray I don't alter it any further. I don't know.
I see what you did there.
But
appropriate with your avatar.
Drop it back in.
Yes, appropriately, since he's right there.
There
Yeah, he's literally right there. So very exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. And also next week, we have the return of Terry Silver and the Cobra Kais, as season 5 will come out next week.
I hope I can make it out to that premiere they're doing in downtown.
Well, it's gonna be very exciting, especially since we now know that if you were one of the few people that actually did like Karate Kid 3, that Mike Barnes actually returns. So that's pretty big. Very, very exciting about it. It's also exciting because we got Chosen now on US soil helping Daniel and Johnny. Who would have thought that the villain from
all those characters and how they interact, everything.
Who would have thought that the villain from Karate Kid 2 would be actually in the valley helping out Daniel and Johnny, So it's kind of like we need Julie Pierce to come from Boston and go to California. Okay. I don't think that she's doing very much right now. Being her actress that portrays her.
See, this is when they're going to jump the shark, and it's going to be like Cobra Kai road trip to Boston. Like the school's going on a field trip to like see national bomb, and
they're in a tournament that takes them out to.
Yes, there's the jump the shark right there, and they have to battle Hilary Swank and
yes. But can they do the crane from the bow of the boat while they're jumping the shark? Because that'd be kind of.
It would be literal shark jumping.
Exactly. Well, we're all about things being literal here at the Virtual Cantina. I hope you all enjoy it. But once again, to the task at hand, we're here for Star Wars Summer Vacation. So please make sure that you have that all queued up on the D Plus machine. Very excited about watching this. This was a lot of fun. I mean, I only watched it once when it first came out, and I was amazed how entertained I was, and how I didn't like the holiday special. I thought the holiday special was absolutely fantastic, but this one I was just like, this is just fun. Like this is just like mindless fun. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think I enjoyed the holiday special a little bit more, because it was like, it's the same vibe as you got going then, but then it was like original, and now this is like, can we duplicate the magic?
Right.
And they came awful close, but not quite. I don't know.
No, still a lot of fun.
It was, absolutely.
Very exciting. And Ashley said she's single-handedly trying to get Sandman a season 2. Yes, you're waving the banner of that, and I'm waving the banner of trying to get Orville a season 4. which, by the way, Orville in all its glory is now on Disney Plus. So please make sure
All
that you
full
enjoy
3 full seasons.
all 3 full seasons. So it's
Yeah.
definitely worth a watch. So much
Hunter.
so, I was trying to figure out how I could finagle to throw that into either its own show or a watch along somewhere because I love the Orville so much, and I'm wearing my Orville hat right now. But that's besides the point. But yes, it is definitely worth it to watch. And there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of great stuff all around. A lot of great cons coming up. As we mentioned before, a lot of us are going to be heading over to Rhode Island this November. Incredible. They always have an incredible Star Wars lineup, and this year is no exception. Dave's favorite at best is going to be there. So I think that's going to be worth the 16-hour drive that Dave is going to do just so he can meet Ahmed Best. Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely. I
That
mean,
round trip, or is that one way?
That's
No,
one way.
Yeah, it's a ways. And you go through like so many like major cities where traffic is going to be like dead stop still, but there's people for me there, there's people for my daughter there. She's insistent on seeing Steve from the Full House. I don't know if there's going to be any people from the Miraculous there. Like we almost drove to Boston just to see Cat Noir, and I've got to watch that show. Does anybody? Yeah, but
Yeah,
and
but
then
you had to see a man about a horse.
I had
Literally?
to see a man about a horse. I had to see a man on a horse, literally.
Yes, exactly.
It was that kind of thing. And then so yeah, and I think if I end up going to Cincinnati, I will have to, make the wife jealous enough because I'll just have to bring her like a Brandon Routh autograph and just go like, look, see what you could have.
But does she like him as Superman?
Oh yes. Yeah, I think she enjoyed Ralph as Superman. I enjoyed Ralph as Superman. I thought he did a darn fine job. I thought he got a little kitschy and funny as Ray Palmer later, but
I liked him as Ray Palmer.
Yeah.
I liked an episode where he actually played an alternate universe Superman in Legends.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good show when he was doing Kingdom Come Superman. That was a good, nice tie-in and bring it full circle. He was not given the chance to be the Superman he could be. Okay, right. Returns was not what people expected it to be, but I think he was a good successor, really, to Christopher Reeve. It was along the same kind of the lines there.
Yeah, no, I think it was really good, and I just read that Henry Cahill and his mustache are going to be in Loki season 2.
Interesting.
So another jump from the DC to the Marvel universe. So there you go. Which is going to be very, very interesting. Ashley says that Ralph is the second best Superman.
I would not necessarily disagree. There are a number of underrated Supermen that I enjoy. I enjoyed Tom Welling's performance. So most of Tom Welling's performance was not as Superman. One could argue he's a great Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen the treatment that was supposed to be Kevin Smith's Superman movie with Nicolas Cage playing Superman.
No.
Anyway, we're at the top of the hour. So does everybody have summer vacation all queued up?
I do. My earpieces in so I can.
Don't want to update right now. Thank you very much, Firefox.
Negative on the updates.
All right, whenever you guys is ready.
Yes, Reeve is still the best, and I still think the best Lex Luthor is Gene Hackman.
Mr. Luthor.
It's not, yeah.
Okay, I like Otis. I have to say that Otis. Betty with Otisville.
Otisville.
It's a small little place.
Yes.
Classic. Or is it Otisburg? I don't know, whatever it is, but that was fun. All right. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to start with a 5-second countdown. So I hope everybody's queued up. If 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
They need to update all those D plus logos with a lightsaber. Just my opinion.
Yes.
So I don't know if anybody noticed as well, because there's a graphic for D23, and it has the Fulcrum logo above Mickey's head. So I'm wondering if they're going to be making some announcements that they should have made at Celebration.
Yeah, because D23 people will be excited, but Celebration people would have just lost their shit.
Yep, literally. Like
Would've been
all over the
gross.
place.
Yes.
Woo.
Hey, there's the house. Maybe I'll make it there someday in 4 years, possibly,
Yeah.
That would be an interesting idea.
but not any sooner.
No. Not,
Hey, that gonk droid is acting in a different capacity.
Oh, there he goes. Gonk servant. See, I enjoyed this here because Lando, I think, stole the holiday special, and then you got to put a little bit of Lando in this.
hello, it's Billy D. Williams once again doing the voice of Lando Calrissian. It's like he's been in the Clone Wars, he's been in Rebels, he's been in Robot Chicken, he's been in various cartoons, and he has always voiced Lando. They've never brought in another actor to voice Lando.
You cannot voice double Billy D. Williams. You cannot find someone. It's not going to happen. I mean,
really, you might as well just spend the money on DVD is what the ultimate thing is. Whatever he wants, give it to him.
Yeah, and then like I don't know, fake Finn and fake Poe kind of pull me out of this a little bit. You got Billy D.
So you think in 4 years the fake Poe is going to be played by Spencer?
Oh, dear. No.
Hey Sherry, how are you?
Hello, Sherry.
Hello there.
But I mean, but the level of how bad the fake is, it's nowhere close. I mean, fake Daisy Ridley is,
Very
at least
similar.
like, yeah.
But it's real Rose Tico.
Well, doesn't make up for it all the way. But that's good. But yeah,
it's nice
the
that Kelly
fake
Marie
Finn's the
Tran
one that
wanted to do
really
it.
bugged me. The other guy is a little bit closer to what's his face, Isaac.
Yeah.
But John Boyega wannabe is nothing like John Boyega.
No.
And it makes me sad that there's not the possibility of it being John Boyega. So, I mean, it's possible, but likely is very slim. Anyways, he doesn't like stuff.
No, I think it's more possible that this fake John Boyega is going to be the next like real live action John Boyega.
Oh yeah,
maybe. But I like the fact that he was walking around and he had magic bands.
Yeah, they're pushing the product.
Hello, Lanny. That's right. Well, I mean, this whole like half of this deal is pushing the halcyon.
It's so product placement.
Hey, Finn's got my shirt on though. That's kind of cool.
It does.
Okay, but the Medroid as the bartender.
Yes.
Well, he knows how to mix concoctions.
I have not yet, Troy, read or listened to Princess and the Scoundrel. I just finished what is it, Last Shot, which is the Han and Lando get old kind of thing. But I think I've got another High Republic novel that I want to do before that.
Yeah, well, I missed the memo too, Laney. I decided to wear a brand new shirt, and they decided to get into cosplay tonight.
All I did was turn around and grab a shirt that I had available.
Pre-show, you missed the pre-show meeting. We were here.
We were here for like hours concocting a plan.
Yeah, so if you can get me a memo, that would be great.
Yeah.
No, this is just absolutely hilarious.
Okay, so the second order, they said that, oh my God, is the Emperor coming back again? I'm like, that's no. We all know that monkeys wrote that script. I have visual proof
of that.
So is Jeff.
Yeah, Troy. Last Shot is like the story in Last Shot was all right. The audio in Last Shot, like the way they went from like old Han to younger Han was kind of iffy.
Hmm.
It of the Star Wars audio novels that I've listened to is eh, yeah, it's probably down there.
So Sherry was just talking about Cincinnati because she said there'll be another FET, and she was actually talking about Brennan Routh that
Yes.
you're saying that you're probably gonna make the.
So you missed the discussion, Sherry. Is I really think I've got like some commitments on Saturday morning, but I'm really debating doing my commitments on Saturday morning or getting out of them, and then driving to Cincinnati to do the con on Sunday. And then rolling back because I really need to see Don B's. I think I would sufficiently like make my wife jealous if I brought her a Ralph autograph and like waved it in front of her nose and said, "Look, if you actually go to a con, you could."
But as I mentioned to you as well, you should definitely consider going to see Robert Watts just because he's a legendary producer.
Yeah, is I'd love to see like think about what I would get Robert Watts to sign. I also think I might want to get, but I don't want to do it. I don't think on this, but I can't think of his name right now. The guy, the from Kenner is going to be there, and
Right.
like a lovely autograph like right down the nose of an X-wing. This one's in a little bit too good a condition for that, but if I like find another rescue.
I have mine in storage that has at least one of the wings broken off. I beat the hell out of that thing.
Too formal.
35 years ago. No, 45. What am I saying? 45 years ago.
I love that little joke. They just basically said that she'd lose her head if it wasn't already snapped on.
Very meta.
Yeah, right.
Self-aware in this stuff, which is fun. Can be annoying, but it's mostly fun.
Yes, I saw Rogue One at IMAX, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was nice to actually see a Star Wars movie in a theater. Like I was with Frank, and I was like, "This
Yeah, it
is
was pretty good.
what a concept! Seeing Star Wars in a movie theater."
No, yeah, I didn't even think of that. That for somehow was lost on me. That's weird. But I did see it originally in the theater.
But I also was nudging Frank when they got to the scene that was filmed in Canary Wharf, England. I was like, look, you'll find out why I'm getting excited about that in the near future. But yes, I was like,
there you go. That's their disguise. Is throw on this. Who's the Obi-Wan here? I like him.
I think it's Stanton.
Way better than he's good.
I think it's Steven Stanton.
Taylor
as the young Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, well, he does a middle ground Obi-Wan, which would be like this one, because he did, Clone Wars is. He didn't do the old one in Twin Sons. They had another actor.
And she said she's looking for coaxium. Nice little reference there from Solo, which we are going to be watching, I believe, next week.
I found Han Solo single-handedly starts the rebellion.
I actually saw someone argue that they're retconning everything in Solo by doing Andor because Han Solo lit the spark that started the rebellion. I'm thinking to myself, but the rebellion happened all around the galaxy.
Han Solo. It's all about the original Trinity.
Yes. The Andor piece was actually really cool. And honestly, if I didn't know it was behind the scenes it was really a Star Wars scene, I would have guessed that was a scene in a regular espionage movie.
It was very intense. Yeah, it wasn't like it. That you could look at some of the things and see definite relations to established Star Wars elements. But yeah, it was very, very much a dramatic kind of intense.
So it's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a fun watch. I'm excited about it. You got Obi-Wan singing about. Is this Alderaan Idol?
It could be.
He's got one of Grogu or Babu's microphones right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now in Leilani Shu's possession.
Mhm.
I haven't seen a picture of her baby Jawa in the pram yet. I would really like to see that.
Well,
But-
yeah. Well, you're her favorite, so you really should be seeing that.
For anybody actually thinking about duplicating this on Alderaan Idol, if you get the big Walmart cheese puff containers, they make an amazing DIY Lego head. You paint the inside of it yellow.
Amazing.
Like, I'm sitting here looking at Obi-Wan, Lego Obi-Wan in the Hawaiian shirt, and I'm like, I think I need to make that.
Problem with the Lego outfits is they're just so blocky. It's like armor is one thing, but armor that's like a cardboard or a box shape.
Mine literally is a cardboard box.
Yeah, well, that's
I have.
It's like the Osmo 5000.
Yeah, I have Lego Mr. O'Neill, and it's a cheese puff container that looks like my face with
That's awesome.
An inside-out basketball on for the rubber head for the hair,
right.
and then it's a cardboard box painted with like my outfit, and yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really good Lego Star Wars characters in cosplay.
I still love the Kenner Obi-Wan that I've been seeing since 2017. That's absolutely awesome. That has the plastic cape. He's walking around like this the entire time.
That's pretty funny.
There you go.
I posted some memories of celebrations past earlier today, but none of I don't think there was any Obi-Wans. There was a lot of Leia's in one of the photos. I find it weird but fun, I guess, that they put Nicole in as herself. But
yeah, I mean, they just,
I don't know.
But this whole show gets kind of meta because I mean, you do throw in like Weird Al over there, you know.
Just being Weird Al and performing.
Yeah, Weird Al is weird. Has anybody seen Weird yet? Is that released yet?
Not yet, but I saw the trailer. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it or I want to skip it. Like I'm intrigued, but at the same time, I'm really scared.
Or should you just go back and watch UHF?
I'd rather watch UHF.
Yeah, it may be there.
But with Evan Rachel Wood playing Madonna, that's kind of humorous. But Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento, that's actually really good casting.
I thought
a little
so.
Tall, but otherwise he has.
Oh, there you go.
That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Always tried to listen. I think we had it on Sunday nights.
They fly now?
Yes, it's a parody of a parody, Troy. And I love, having the Lego Slave One in here. And then just your Lego pieces going everywhere.
He would have destroyed them already. So, anyways.
They have plot armor.
Yeah. And I guess Obi-Wan could do a little deflection with.
Look, Snuffy.
It still looks better.
They could have put that. They could have put Tomorrow writing that, and yeah.
Tomorrow writing a Lego piece.
Obi-Wan's got the brightest shirt of them all.
It is not and will never be Boba Fett's starship, Troy. No.
It's fire not the fire spray.
Don't even.
Jonathan,
see, there you go. And this the little nod to each and every property, because there goes little Luke just scurrying by. I have duties here. I gotta do the thing.
Beggars Canyon. Dang.
Oh dear.
I'm a potted boy, and I know you, but we don't know each other. They still got the shirt. That's funny.
Not much better there, Skip. Fire spray.
Yeah, I just said that a minute ago. You weren't listening.
Ships have names. Did we call Serenity Firefly? No, that was the name. It's Firefly class. That was the name of the show. Serenity. Oh, where did Spencer go?
Oh no, he's been consumed by the Halcyon. Is that what they are? They on the Halcyon? The
They are
Halcyon.
back on the Halcyon. There's being
This is
greeted
false
by
advertising.
villagers.
There's no pool on the Halcyon. They do need a pool, but there is no pool.
That would be amusing how they like work that into the story.
Yeah, they should update it though now that this has got a pool. But
Yeah, because this is canon, right?
relatively, I'm not sure exactly how true canon it is, but you know, it's fun. Look at why are the gonk droids carrying drinks and towels? Shouldn't that be astromech droids? It's weirding me out.
I don't know. I think it's just an excuse to.
It's all gonk
I
droids
don't
everywhere.
know. Do they have more like
On the Halcyon, you only
gonks on Halcyon?
on the Halcyon, you only see the Halcyon droid, which is an astromech droid. I think, and you can buy them in the gift shop, of course.
The
If
little
there's any other droids, they're like
levels.
in areas like dedicated to something else or whatever part of the ship. I have no idea. I'll make it there someday, possibly. Where's that guy?
I don't know. Is it just whoop, popped out? Then chalk it up to the internet. And they look, you get, like random characters in the background. There's Walrus Man.
Yep, Hammerhead.
Yeah. Greedo.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Rhodians though, so that.
Lenny's asking if you've been to the Halcyon, which I think the answer is negative.
No, I've seen many videos on the Halcyon, and the experience you get, both light, dark, and scoundrel, or all three, I should say. Is that the guy who just disconnected? Anyways, yeah, I've never been. I've seen lots of videos. I feel that I am semi-familiar with it because of that, but I have not literally experienced it for myself. And like I said, someday, possibly in a few years or so.
When you win the lotto.
That too.
What's up, Spencer?
Hi, how are you? But don't forget, Mr. Notman, that Darth Vader can choke out the entire Borg collective with his mind.
Oh yeah.
Cool, Troy. Yeah, enjoy the She-Hulk, man. That is good stuff.
Great show. We were talking about it earlier.
Stan, Notman, if you want to go get a phaser signed at the con coming up, I could. What is it, Fanboy that you're going to? I can hook you up, man. Yeah, it's Scuba Anakin, and this as the Force Ghost, but then the scuba outfit is
with the breathing apparatus, which is legit how they figured that sound out back in the day. Little Ben Burt.
Good night, Troy. Have a good one.
Full of subtle references, and then of course the sand. Here we are is the sand reference. Where are you without it?
So is this supposed to be related to Alani, their Hawaiian resort? I think that building might be reminiscent of that. I'm not sure.
It's possible. I have not. I'm not as obsessed with Alani as my wife because it's
some other planet, right? So
least Disney. Was this supposed to be Scarif?
So that's something else then, more likely in the background, but who knows?
And what real Scarif is? What, the Maldives? Or is it? It's not Hawaii, is it? It is.
I'm pretty sure it's not Hawaii. I'm just thinking in terms of Disney properties. They
right
stick them in there. And that's their resort on a beach. It just popped in my mind, so I'm probably way
He's got
off.
a Ronto rap.
Yes, he does.
It's a wrap.
No, it's a snack.
Shh. It's coming up soon.
Uh-oh, spoiler alert. Too bad.
Yep.
Ruined it for everyone.
Ruined.
Ruined. Jonathan heard that phasers need batteries. You could get a communicator signed, or
And I haven't looked at the credits. Is that Hamill?
I don't
think so.
believe so.
I
You don't
mean,
think so?
he's doing a
As the
heck of
Emperor?
a Hamill impersonation then.
Thinking it is,
Right.
but they might have made a bigger deal out of it if it truly was.
There you go. That's where it is. We've got the
Vader wants to go to sand.
Yeah, very odd.
yeah, it's odd.
Especially in full freaking costume that has lots of cracks and crevices to.
Meh.
So Obi-Wan was James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
said. It's
Let's
a standard
see.
kind of time frame.
Lanter is Anakin.
Yeah. Pretty sure Weird Al is Weird Al.
Yes, Weird Al is Weird Al.
Wow.
See, this is what I wanted. I wanted more Weird Al. I was expecting from the trailer more Weird Al.
Not just a song or whatever. Oops, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Hope everybody has watched this already.
Nobody cares.
There's
Zippy
Sam.
zap that guy.
Sam immediately took that a screen cap of the stormtrooper in the white bikini and claimed it as her own.
Yes.
There we go. And the space oh, the word escapes me right now. Squeeze box, the accordion, the space accordion.
Right. Something more Biff.
So yes, doing the like the Hamill impersonation as Palpatine is Trevor Duvall.
Oh, okay. So he's doing.
That's my next guest.
Yes, and Matt Sloan, who I think was the
Chad Vader
as Vader.
He was Chad Vader in
Chad
the
Vader
series, and then he got a job doing Vader in Lego for the most part. I think he's done some video games too.
Yes.
He's a
and as 47 voices as is the plan. D. Bradley Baker as Boba, BVRJ, Wicket. Oh, look at there, they win and just
cheating, outright cheating.
Well, they are evil. Yes, Lanny, that Rose is still Kelly Marie Tran is the original voices I think are cool. And I appreciate that, you bring in some of the Clone Wars voices as well. So it's a good mix. You get James, you get Matt, then you get Billy D, and you get Kelly. So really cool.
Hey Lamont, how are you, sir?
Sky.
What's up?
My father's brother's nephew's first cousin. Oh, everybody gets a trophy. Oh,
participation. Abomination indeed.
zappity. Oh no.
Yeah, the hat was his Clark Kent glasses.
It's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader wearing the Death Star tank top. Like, I would wear that. That's darn fine summer wear right there. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tease too much cool stuff like that.
Yeah, well, and there's your throwback to Rogue One. There's the Master Switch. Way, throw in Easter eggs for all properties. Yeah, you're right. Maybe, Mike, if we tried to make that the Death Star, I think we would get so copyrighted. Nope, you're done. Nope. Bye.
Cease and desist immediately.
Summer Sheev and real there you go. That's your costume for Alderaan Idol right there, Spencer. Is Summer Sheev.
Just wait. Dawn droids in the Star Cruiser here.
Boom.
Sip it, Lando. And remember, your helm's worth it.
There you go.
Kenobi.
Really?
For those of you not watching the chat, if you're on the YouTube,
oh, sweet irony.
Apparently, Mr. Notman left the Flat Spencer at Coachella because it's a Cella, and they own that.
It's sad because it's true.
Right there by Palm Springs.
There we go.
The valley.
Yeah.
Here's the story of them dropping off Luke and Mibian.
See, I appreciate the family vacation road trip part of this. This is like, oh yeah, this is the greatest place ever, and it was the true meaning, and the kids are going like, yeah, iPad.
Yep.
Is anyone going to the Hollywood Bowl on Saturday? Hefe, are you? No.
I would like to. I didn't get tickets, but I, always have that in the back of my mind. But this would have been a good one because of its 90th. Yeah, now I really I'm better off not. That hill is intense. There's a lot of up into that venue, outside and inside. So
I think the word has gotten out at how cool that is. I've seen some people on some, I don't remember if it was on our page or some other boards that I follow, like driving in 7-8 hours for that show.
Yeah. It was great when Mike, myself, and Mr. Notman went on that excursion. Lots of fun. And
As Mr. Notman talks about in the chat.
Hollywood Bowl is one of those venues that is a symphony, home of a symphony, LA Symphony Orchestra, and that for some reason has this caveat that you can bring like picnic baskets with you, including alcohol. So you can bring like the spread to your seat and not worry about buying whatever concessions or wasting your money on their alcohol. And so I've enjoyed myself quite a bit at that venue.
Yes.
Well, there you
go. The picture never matches the actual location.
No, not in like just the little camping place. Though they did some pretty good computer models on that background right there, because it looks just like Scooby's family vacation.
Oh
yeah, about a month ago. Yeah, true to Redwood Indoor.
Yes.
Week.
I love Thomas Lennon, but I do not.
Why does he look like he's
kind of
Fred from Scooby Doo?
He's got
now,
that
see
vibe with his neckerchief.
If they had brought in Freddie Prinze Jr. for that role, that would have been worth
that would have been absolutely fantastic. Right. So I believe there was a show most recently that it was Emerald City Comic Con that they had Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook, and someone had
all that reunion.
Yeah, and they had a poster, and Freddie wrote, "Look, Rachel's all that," and she wrote on, this is someone else's project, and she wrote, "Oh, Freddie, you deserve a Scooby snack," and I'm like.
Nice.
I would have loved to go to the Mummy reunion at that show.
Well, that's like some of the crap that Hamill used to put on like Topps trading cards. He'd just put absolutely snarky messages on anybody's like prized possession card, like before eBay, and that you could find relatively easily. Like, back in the day, you had to like hunt through dusty antique malls and stuff to find those things. Now you just like click, send them to me. But
so, Dave, did you hear that Mike saw the Aurora Borealis?
Yes. I heard.
Localized in the kitchen at this time of year.
Yeah, he was like, reaction. He's like, I'm waiting for Dave to show up so I can tell him about my trip to Alaska.
The better reaction was when I showed my wife Mike's picture.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
That I should have been filming.
Oh, wow.
How's the couch?
We bought a very lovely one for just such an occasion. Like, I'm not very adamant about any of the furnishings in our home, but when we bought a couch, I made sure.
Yes, because you're like, I'm probably gonna end up here a couple times.
That's right.
So is that Conehead from France?
Dan Aykroyd, ladies and gentlemen.
Consume mass quantities.
Sometimes I feel like I'm going to bam bam.
And there's the dice. No. Mm-hmm. I think it's funny how young Ben is wearing like, OT Han's outfit.
Basically.
Well, if Uncle Lando can wear it, so can
that's right.
Young Ben.
The very small closet on the Falcon,
yes.
Like 3 outfits.
Well, since they probably
still full of capes.
Well, what about I'm really interested to see what happened to the walk-in closet that Lando had with all the capes in, and then also you had that wet bar, that big center thing in the main foyer in the Falcon that they had in Solo, but it's completely gone. But you also notice that all the cushions are gone off the pilot seats in the Falcon as well that Lando had, and he probably all the stuffing came out, and Chewie was probably like, "Yeah, no," and ripped the rest of it off, and it's just sitting on the springs.
There you go. Maybe the big wet bar was like actually inside the little emergency shuttle that got ejected. Maybe that was.
That would have been funny.
We get that's D. Bradley Baker.
Happy birthday to D. Bradley Baker too.
Oh, excellent.
Master clone voice.
And this, of course, being Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
They do get some fun actors to do voices, but it probably could have went more traditional voice actory instead, but whatever. Because this guy kind of looks like Thomas Lennon. The way Nicole Byers looks like herself.
Right.
Except they don't got him in short Reno 911 shorts.
And they're really getting like really intensely into the modeling on these. Are like, look at the texturing on these Lego characters as you get closer. It's like everything gets
like pores almost.
Yeah.
Plastics are different. The way that they react to light, the way they have their textures, the way the paint sits on the different surfaces. It's very cool. And the way that the sheen, like off of C-3PO, you get like legit shine from the lighting scheme that they set up.
Steve speaks Ewokese it up and light it up. There you go.
No. You need C-3PO on your side when this is going down.
There you go. The Ewoks going into business in the summer resort.
Yep.
That.
Yes, so for someone who complains about Star Trek quite often, you know quite a bit about it, Mr.
He does. I was going to say earlier, like the gift that he showed to complain about it is we're touching on the side of the. You have always been my friend. It's like a lot of subtle references for somebody who's
wacky.
Hello, computer.
Computer.
The Fly the Falcon.
You're saying? Hello, computer. Keyboard. How quaint.
But the mouse wasn't.
Captain Darby Wales.
Yeah, that's why he remembers that part.
So was your inspiration for that poster very much Star Trek Voyage Home?
No, I had not noticed the similarity until you mentioned. I'm like, that is my subconscious.
He's gonna put a whale. He's gonna put a whale in the Thames somewhere.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Floating through the background, a Big Ben. That would be fun.
The things that whoa, skid.
Yeah, it's interesting how the Falcon lands sometimes or can land. Ooh, that's a big old dish.
Yeah.
They shattered that plate. The way that the Falcon like normally just does this, but then all of a sudden sometimes it just does.
Yeah. Oops, there you go.
Oh, there you go. That's fun. He needs more hair.
Don't we all?
That guy.
So I'm jealous. Oh, here we go.
And I think like you saw the same, like style, the same species of whale as in Star Trek 4, right? It's humpback whales, or what the pictures appeared to be. Lasers and
the blasting. R2 needs a yeah.
you got to ask them next time, Mike. Are their names George and Gracie?
I see what you did there.
That's right. Good night, Gracie.
What are you going to do with it, John?
Good night, Job Boy.
There you go. And John, there's the little nod to the temple from Mando.
We need those in hand. It's kind of a family thing.
Spoiler alert, that doesn't go well.
And you see a little green thing hopping around the back.
See, that's your subtle reference right there. Here's your roommate. Grow.
I know. Aww.
See, it continues to mess with me because that's not a bad Leia voice match.
Right.
And then
Finn is
like Finn and Poe are just Poe better than Finn, but still Finn is just ridiculous.
As the main character, especially, I would think that they could invest a little bit more time to match it better. I don't know how they do that stuff.
Here's everybody.
They're all having fun. Said, screw you, buddy. We're going to go do what we want to do. We hang out with you enough. No offense.
Sherry Notman's going to go hawk the Trek this weekend.
Yes.
Unhawk it.
Unhawk the Trek.
Him and Fogler are going to go Trekkie hunting.
Chloroform. That's your deal, Mike.
Oh, Mike, look, coincidentally.
Fluffy.
Right there. Yeah, no, 2-0 right there.
Say that if you're on chloroform. Gotta say it before the chloroform.
Well, that's what the shirt's for. You just point.
Follow me if you want to live.
It's interesting to see the little flashback scenes that they put in, seeing a movie element of the movie in Lego form.
Yeah.
What do we do for love?
No. Yay, a bunch of Force Ghost friends.
I think I learned something today.
So, who's that?
Oh, there we go.
It's weird how these shows intermix the different characters.
Right.
So like those ones that were, Force Ghosts aren't necessarily all the people that are dead.
Steve, they could follow this line in Galaxy's Edge and just multi-generational and
yeah, that would be ideal. Well, it's great that they've added the and there's the end. The addition of Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, but I haven't seen them in person myself. I will eventually, I'm sure. But that just that alone. I just had a really fun interaction with Chewie one of the last times I was there. So
Yeah, so great pictures. So the
Yeah.
voice director was Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who played Governor Price in Rebels. Her husband is Steve Bloom.
Okay.
Let's see who else we got here.
I don't know how you manage to pause on that screen every single time. It takes me forever to hit it. There we go. Hit it the second time.
Yeah, it's hard to catch it sometimes, the way that they rearrange things. Disney Plus is one of the worst on the web as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it's my pleasure to send that poster in for you, John. I'm glad that you're able to get her on your poster.
Omar Miller as Finn. I don't know who that is.
So anyway, we're very happy that you guys were able to join us tonight. A little, fun tonight as we jump into live action realm next week as part of our And Then Some series right now, because it's no longer Andor August. But we're watching Solo, which is honestly one of my favorite movies.
Great movie.
Underappreciated, much loved. And
Solo 2.
yes, make Solo 2 happen.
Make it happen.
Yes, but well, Dave, if it happens, it's all because of Dave, because he screamed it out when he saw Ron Howard.
And several other people.
Yes. But anywho, anything you want to say before we close out there, Dave?
Just go ahead and keep joining us for the And Then Some. Like I said, if you're looking for more Andor content, if you want to find out some things before the show comes on, is check out all of our shows. Like I said, Jedi Archives this weekend is going to drop with a pre-recorded episode that's going to be Andor related. Rebels Revisited will do the same. A lot of people have been commenting, it's a tough time to join us for the watch along, but a lot of these, especially in the Andor August, we are archiving, and this will be on the Virtual Cantina Network up on our YouTube channel. So those of you, if you have friends, if you see people, if people are complaining that, they don't get to join us for this, tell them it's on the network. You can watch at your convenience. We monitor the chat over there and comment back. So join us live and in person, or, catch up to us on tape.
Absolutely. Hefe, any news or anything you want to say before we close out?
Just if anybody's going to be around Long Beach Comic Con, if you see me, say hi.
Yes. And this is Spencer saying, I wish you all a very happy weekend. Have a great long weekend if you're going away. Lots of good stuff and a lot of good programming on the VCN if you're looking for stuff to watch. And we will see you next week. So from Dave, from Jeff, this is Spencer saying, may the force be with you.
Happy Labor Day.
Oh, yes, that too. 3-day weekend. Woo-hoo.